So I found this wonderful book at the library. I'm very excited. It's called My Teenage Dream Ended by Farrah from Teen Mom and 16 and Pregnant, which is like my favorite thing ever because I'm a horrible person. So, without further ado, so her boyfriend dies. Cry, cry. Very, very sad. But we're pretty much over that now. We pulled up at the party house, and there was music playing, and lots of kids from my school were hanging out, playing Guitar Hero and drinking games, all happy that it was a holiday. It was a fun atmosphere, and we joined the party. I was still playing it cool with Derek, that's her boyfriend slash fling slash dude, and his friends, just hanging out, like maybe I wasn't that interested. Even though I totally was. I didn't flirt with him. I always maintained class in front of other people, and I wasn't going to hang all over him like a groupie, no matter how into him I was. If I shut my eyes, will I miss his lips and kiss his cheek? How long should we kiss? Should I pull away first, or wait for him to end the kiss? Being tipsy took the stress off, because if you make a mistake, you could always blame the alcohol. My sister just laughed and made fun of me. She didn't understand how much I liked Derek and how perfect I wanted our first sober kiss to be. This is a chapter called The Crotch Incident.
It's the most vital of chapters.
Most vital. Oh, yes. I ordered my prom dress online, which I knew was probably a bad idea, but I saw this dress that I just had to have. It was shiny hot pink with a haltered top and a low back that showed off my best asset at the time, my butt. Of course, when the dress came, I totally didn't have enough boobage to fill it up. Fortunately, I've since fixed that problem. And when we walked outside, it was pouring rain. Not just a few drops or even a steady soaking rain. This was a torrential downpour. My heart sank. I couldn't believe it, I thought. Prom night cannot end like this. Flirting for revenge. This is so healthy. Only he didn't call. So I would call him.
That'd teach him.
For sex.
Oh, for sex. That's yeah. Smart.
Strictly sex.
Oh.
That's what it says.
Strictly.
Strictly.
Got it.
I acted like I didn't care about him in any other way. I was partying every night now. If my parents wanted me to stay home, I snuck out. I snuck Derek into my house, too, when he showed up for my booty calls. Beer can bongs, peeing in the grass and hang-drying, making out with whomever in the woods or in cars. Why is she telling me this? but, I don't know. Very confused. Where was the editor? Who is the editor? Whatever.
Fired.
Probably not in there. Seeing that message made all the ups and downs of our relationship worth it. All that time spent waiting for him to call. All the lies. And the not always hanging out with me. It made it all worth it. So, just to clear up what's going on here while I'm kind of bored. Your dad hit me, Derek replied. Yeah, because you snuck into his house and had sex with me. It's your fault, Derek, and now I have to go to my grandma's for the rest of the summer, and I can't bring my phone. You better not go out while I'm grounded and stuck at my grandparents'. This book, it just, wow. After 3 hellish weeks at my grandparents', 3 weeks of not having my phone and not being able to go out or see Derek, my mom called one day and told me we're going to family counseling on Sunday. I should mention the chapter is called Free at Last. I said fine, but inside I was like, oh my god, my parents can't deal with anything, they're so dramatic. I was sure that the counselor would take their side and that my punishment would go on, and I was dreading the whole experience. There are 60 chapters to this book. Don't know, don't care. We would go to his house because his mom was at work. At the time, she was a manager at a truck stop. And Derek would cook me breakfast. Then we'd have sex in the kitchen, or the shower, or even his mom's room. We had no shame. She keeps it classy at all times. This one is called our first breakup.
Crap.
He pleaded for one more chance. He begged me to stay in his life. He thanked me for helping him get off drugs.
Wait.
Missed that?
Yeah, when was that?
When was that? I don't even... That did not happen in here. No. And promise not to let me down. After my last class, on the last day of school before Christmas break, I went to my locker to put my books away. I was happy I didn't have to look at those books for 2 whole weeks. I had been sitting thinking about Derek all day, and that does not surprise me at all. And when I looked down at the bottom of my locker, I saw that he had left another note for me. This is going to be worth it. It said, "Please call me," in all caps. He wrote that he really wanted to work this out, and signed the note, "Cheese Nuts." Weren't expecting that, were you? Cheese Nuts.
Cheese Nuts.
Cheese Nuts. Wouldn't it be terrible to die and have your legacy be, he was known as Cheese Nuts? Oh, Cheese Nuts, rest in peace. Oh, she said, "He's not a gangster. He's really nice."
He was totally a
and
gangster.
with a wink, she added, "And you know what they say about black guys."
Oh, good. We could probably skip the racist chapter then.
At first, I allowed myself to be swept up in the ease of being in a relationship, but I couldn't get Derek off my mind. That's when I really learned the meaning of the word rebound. Thank you, rebound guy. That's what it said. Whoa. This gets really racist, guys.
Go on with the racism.
There are words I can't say here. I let him vent and get all his anger out. He was devastated and crying. Derek wasn't a racist. He had black friends, and I had never heard him say anything racist before. I'm fucking... Dude, there's a hair in my taco. I was shocked. Seriously? After she cleaned up my pee?
Why did she pee? I have to know why she peed.
I don't know, but we're on to her second prom, so now we're on prom 2.
Electric
Boogaloo. Or prom nightmare. Graduation gas and go. Aww.
Oh.
Cheese Nuts is just such a wonderful racist douchebag.
Oh, is that what's coming up now? More racist douchery?
No, I'm just saying, like, her daughter, I'm assuming, is going to read this book someday. This is the most ill-flattering portrait one could possibly paint.
Right, of their baby daddy.
Right. I mean, dude's dead. Cheese Nuts is dead. Have respect for the dead Cheese Nuts. Except he was a racist douchebag, so honestly, he probably deserves this. You deserve this, Cheese Nuts. I went downstairs to Derek's room and found him lying on his bed in the dark, his face to the wall, crying. "Why are you crying? What's going on?" I asked. My mom promised to give me money for graduation, and now she's not going to." He paused and then continued. "Because the police came to the house before we got here. I have to go to jail. My mom is having them come back tonight after the party." "Why would the cops come for you, Derek?" He looked sheepish. "I did a gas and go." What? I couldn't believe it. Not only what he had done was wrong and illegal, it was stupid. He gets out of it somehow. Mostly I'm flipping through here because it's just he said, she said, and it's honestly boring. When I was done, I peed into the cup and looked at it. It didn't look any different to me. It looked like my regular pee. I don't think I'm pregnant. After 10 minutes, the nurse came in. I tried to be happy and cheerful, hoping that if I acted normal, everything would be fine and the test would be negative. I looked at the nurse's face. She didn't look happy. So the test came back saying you're pregnant. I went from cheerful and happy to hysterical and crying in 1 second flat. I was in a total panic and wanted someone to blame. If I'm pregnant, then it's your fault. I got my birth control here, so if it didn't work, it's your fault I'm pregnant. Oh, now she's done with proms. I decided not to go to my prom. I had always dreamed of going to my senior prom, the perfect dress, the perfect date, the perfect night. But by the time it was my senior prom, my life was nothing like I imagined it would be, this being her 3rd prom. I imagine her friends say this a lot. My friend shushed me. Farrah, shh! Just quit talking! I do give her this. She did graduate early. So, props. Chelsea?
Yeah, Adam.
God, what if I read this whole book in Chelsea's voice?
Oh yeah, can you do that? Go back.
Like, again, I don't like to laugh at Cheese Nuts, the racist douchebag, but unsurprising. Funeral, 16 and pregnant, looking at the casket, producers from 16 and pregnant. Life goes on. Says so.
Oh, it does. That's good. I'm glad to hear.
See, this makes me seem like a really mean person, but like I'm just reading. Just reading. Ah!
Kind of getting. Turn it slightly. It's hard to get all of that shot. No.
Waiting for you.
No. It's just getting darker. Your whole backlit.
Yeah. They were not wasting money on color photos in this. Whoa.
Yes.
Okay. I realized I drank my soda pop.
Pop.
I drank my soda pop, finished watching the awards show, and went to bed. Just as I was falling asleep, I felt warm liquid suddenly leaking from between my legs.
I hate it when that happens.
It felt like I had peed, but I was pretty sure that wasn't the case.
Only pretty sure.
I realized, with a little panic, that my water had broken. I grabbed my cell phone and called my MTV producer. I had promised that if my water broke in the middle of the night, I would call right away. Within minutes, the camera woman had jetted off from her hotel and was at the door. I was waiting in my bed with the lights off, and finally my mom came upstairs and turned the lights on. She took one look at me and said, "Oh yeah, your water broke. It has that smell." I had to laugh because all I could think of was that the smell reminded me of having Derek's come inside me. I couldn't really share that with my mom, though, so I kept that thought to myself, and then wrote it in my book, which I published for all the world to see.
Her mom definitely won't read it or know that she said that.
Good old cheese nuts. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my god, my butt is out of control. I guess we never stop dreaming.